Yo, what up, though? So that boy Danielle Hunter showed up today for the Vikings veteran training camp. He showed up because if he didn't show up, his ass was going to be fined $50,000 a day, and he wasn't taking that loss out of his paycheck. I'm gonna be real with y'all, but he ain't do nothing. Like he showed up, he ain't practice with the squad or nothing like that. He ain't do no team drill or individual drills. He just basically showed up so he wouldn't get fined. Shit, like what Marshawn Lynch say, I'm here cause I won't get fined. That's what Danielle Hunter did, man. He showing Minnesota Vikings. He ain't doing nothing more and nothing less than showing up to training camp. So I don't know what to mean going forward. Cause I think they practice somewhat tomorrow. The veteran do or something like that, but is Danielle Hunter gonna practice with the defense or like what is going on? They said Danielle Hunter ain't want to do a holdout because he ain't want to get fined. So Danielle Hunter is doing the hold in. I know you like what is a hold in? Shit, from what I'm reading and listening to, a hold in is you show up to camp and practice, but you ain't doing shit. You just on the sideline. Basically, you just there. Shit, you like a fan watching the team play football and practice. So I don't know what to mean going forward. If Danielle Hunter and the Vikings want to come to a solution on a 1 year deal, give him some more money, then next year, he can part ways or he can re-sign if he want to. But I don't know, man. It don't really look good for real. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Cause Danielle Hunter really, like, he had a good season last year. If I'm not mistaken, he had like 10 and a half sacks. So if Danielle Hunter is mad about his contract situation, who know how that shit gonna play out during training camp and preseason and going to the regular season? Cause he might say I'm hurt, I'm injured, but he really not injured though. He's just gonna say he injured or hurt, so he won't play. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like he doing the hold in right now. So all Danielle Hunter doing is showing up so he won't get fined. But the Minnesota Vikings, man, need to get this shit over with. If you want to keep him on the team, give that man a new contract for 1 year or whatever the case might be. If not, trade that man to a football team. Cause Danielle Hunter is probably ain't no probably too. He is the best pass rusher on the Minnesota Vikings defense right now, as we know of. So it would be a big plus if the Minnesota Vikings can find a way to get Danielle Hunter off the sidelines and onto the field. Like, but he did show up today though, but that's all I can say. He ain't do shit. He doing the whole in. He on the sideline drinking water and drinking Gatorade and watching his teammates practice. That what Danielle Hunter doing. He basically a coach on the sideline right now, and he getting paid for it. But I don't know what that mean going forward though. Like if you don't practice, like I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. But I hope the Minnesota Vikings, man, get that shit together with Danielle Hunter, man, for real though. Cause this is not a good sign what the Minnesota Vikings and Hunter are going through right now, man. The Minnesota Vikings need to go ahead and boost that man's salary up. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Give that man an extra 12 or $13 million on top of that five. You know what I'm saying? Cause for real, we going all in on the season again with Kirk Cousins as the quarterback. So then I seen Minnesota brought in two more offensive linemen. So hey, if you gonna go for it, man, go for it. If you gonna tear it down, tear it down. But the Minnesota Vikings look like they going for it. So get Danielle Hunter a new contract so we can put this shit behind us and we can look forward seeing what's going on with the defense and training camp and preseason games. Like, why are we still going through the same shit with Danielle Hunter in these contracts? Like, but I ain't really got too much to say for real. He showed up. He ain't do shit today. He was just here. So, like I said, he won't be missing 50,000 out of the check. So I feel him on that though. I'm gonna be here, but I'm not gonna be here. So I don't know, man. Subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna upload another video too, man. SKOL Nation, how do y'all feel about Danielle Hunter showing up to practice today, but he ain't practiced? I don't know.